Welcome to He Said, She Said, a relationship podcast.
Hello.
Hi. We are Luke and Sarah. We are married with kids, and we sit down once a week to talk about family, parenting, relationships, and life in general, giving you both sides of the story. Sometimes we even answer questions from listeners like you. So if you have a question on parenting, relationships, or life in general, you can contact us by email at hesaidshesaiedpc@gmail.com. On Instagram, we are at He Said, She Said PC, and on Facebook, we are He Said, She Said Podcast. So reach out, send us a message, a question, and whatnot, some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, and YouTube to listen and join in on the fun.
And I'm Luke.
I said who we were.
I'm joking.
You always do that. So anyway, it's Sunday night.
And we're trying to hurry this along.
We're mixing it up.
Because the Walking Dead series finale or season finale is in
an hour and 15 minutes.
So we have that long to get this thing
rolling.
Cut, uploaded, everything. So we're going to go really fast, rapid fire.
Yeah. Well, anyway, how was your week, honey?
It was good. How was yours?
It was superb.
Neat. Let's go.
No. Really quick. I actually did have a really great weekend. My week was full of snot and tears. For Sydney and I have both been sick.
Didn't let me make a joke.
We're trying to hurry it along.
I was going to say it was me.
There's no deal. For once, Luke is not sick, so that's good. Knock on wood.
For once.
Every time we get sick, everyone ends up sick. It seems like that's all.
No, I think I have it, but it's like
not as bad.
Lingering because my throat feels gross, but it like won't go anywhere, and I got something in my chest, and it just won't go anywhere.
That's okay. But this weekend was great. I got to go out Friday night for adult time. I went to a fancy dinner for my friend's birthday. Hi, Heather, if you're still listening. And then I also went to a bar afterwards, and it was grand. I had a really great time. I haven't had that type of social interaction in quite some time, so it was good for me.
Good.
And then yesterday we had all these plans, but Sydney was so sick, so we canceled everything, and we just hung out here. But she needed that, and she was much better today. She's
still leaking out of her face.
Well, yeah, but
which is disgusting.
I can deal with just that. The cough is almost gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So pathetic to hear.
So sad.
And she coughs her brains out, and then you look at her on the monitor, and she's dead asleep. Just coughing.
She was doing that this morning. It was quite weird.
So that's enough of that. We're going to get right into the meat.
You don't want to talk about your week/weekend?
Oh, it was good. I got to spend a lot of time with Sydney, which was good.
Nevy's on spring break, so it's just a little tripod of a fam we've got going on right now.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to do a little road trip with Nevy. Just taking her to visit some grandparents.
We're sitting very close together right now because we're podcasting from the office area of our home, and it's kind of strange because we're usually not this close. It's very weird. Why is it red tonight? Is it always red?
I don't know what the difference is.
That's weird. Anyway, I was commenting on the color of our little voice.
The tracks.
Along
the playhead of recorded space.
Excuse me. I do still have a little bit of a cough and gravelly thing going on.
And I just have something from dinner stuck in my throat. So
gross. Okay, let's go right to this. We're going to last week we did the man code revealed. And this week, I thought it would be only fair to do the opposite. And let me back up. The man code revealed, I asked Luke a whole bunch of questions that we found in an article that women want to know about men. So this week, Luke compiled some questions from a couple different sources because he couldn't find one good list.
The longest article I found was written by a woman. And I'm like, that's not fair. That's not cool. And there was questions in that were like, stuff we never would ask, and I'm like, so I picked from different articles, and I thought of a couple like that it reminded me of. Some of them have quick follow-up questions.
That's okay. Let's get to it.
Okay. Question 1.
Oh God.
What's a period feel like?
Okay. Well.
Okay, not just now. Here's. Like, that's all the article, or this particular question said. But I want to know, like...
Physically, emotionally, or mentally?
We're going to get there. No, just physically. Like, I know
It's gooey.
there's a feeling
Like,
there.
I know that's not a very professional, like, grown-up word, but it's gooey.
Well, does it feel like you have swamp ass?
Sometimes. But it's in your front butt, called vagina.
That's awesome. Follow-up question.
Okay.
PMS. So, we understand that it's real.
It is.
You guys use it as an excuse sometimes?
It's not so much that it's an excuse, it's the actual reason.
Well,
like,
I know,
it's not, I don't ever lie about that. Like, when I'm in a shitty mood because of PMS, I say, "Oh, this is PMS." If I'm if I'm just being an asshole, I'll just say I'm being an asshole.
That's what I was getting at. Like, if you ever slip something, and you're like, "Oh shit."
I'm sure there's some women who do.
It was
yes,
PMS.
I don't. I try not to use it as an excuse. I'm sure women do, though. Yes, but society expects us to use it and be, "Oh, she's being hormonal."
Don't blame society.
Whatever. Go on. Next question, please.
Buzzing right along. I have 40 of these, so
We'll see what we can do.
hey, if it's a short episode, that's all the more time to the buffer we have before Walking Dead.
I don't want to rush through things. Do not sell these people short.
I will sell them long.
Next question, please, sir.
How common is it for women to fake orgasms?
Okay, speaking for all womankind, I hope not very. I mean, from me, in my experience with talking with other women about this topic, not very common in my circles. All the women I know that I've discussed this with, like, we're very much in the mindset of, if you fake it once, they're going to think whatever they're doing that didn't get you there got you there, and you don't want that. You don't want to reward mediocre behavior.
Oh,
so
nice analytical way to go.
Well, right, like, it's silly to do that. Now, women as a whole, you'll have to check in with Cosmopolitan magazine, because I don't know if
I don't think Cosmopolitan actually reflects real women.
And they don't. All they ever do is talk about how to please your man anyway. They don't talk about pleasing yourself very much, in my opinion. But from my personal standpoint, never. Like, that's stupid. Don't do that, ladies. Get your own. Like, you got to get yours, is what I meant. Not like get your own. Yeah. Okay.
What is... Now, you can answer this one personally, and then what you think all of women do.
Okay.
Now, I am speaking towards a heterosexual woman, but
Okay.
I think it would also... if there was a woman who was also into women, like, I think this question still works.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask it as if you were hetero.
Okay.
What is the most important quality that you look for in a man?
Or partner, you could say.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, if the answer is, like, his balls, like, it's not going to work for...
I would say the most important quality...
Balls.
Yes, the size of his gonads. There's one you haven't heard in a
Do
while.
they have to be equal?
They do. Perfectly equal, just because, every woman's boobs are perfectly equal.
You're looking at me so accusingly. I'm like, whoa.
Sorry. It's because we're sitting so close together. We're not used to having such close proximity eye contact. So, for all womankind, I would say someone that's going to take care of a girl, a woman, because the world's a scary place, and it is nice to be taken care of. Even women who are very assertive and, like, independent as myself, like, it's still nice to feel like you can count on someone. So I guess that would be the biggest thing. Followed up by, like, loyalty and...
Butts.
I mean, he's got to have a nice tush.
All right.
That's a pretty... Yeah, I'm happy with that response.
Now, what is the first thing you notice about a man or partner?
Probably his face. I mean...
You went with the logical answer.
It's kind of boring, but true. Probably a smile, because that's on his face.
Huh. All right.
Okay.
What do you find most attractive in...
Oh, wait, I retract.
Okay.
Or want to add. I do have a thing with, like, wide shoulders on a guy. That's something I pay attention to a lot. Like, it's something I notice about a man is his, like, shoulder blades and his back. And, like,
For our listeners out there, you'll be happy to know I am a wide-shouldered gentleman.
yeah. I mean, and that could be, like, from an evolutionary standpoint, someone who's strong and can defend and protect.
Strong, yes.
You You got your sawed-off hockey stick in the bedroom.
Oh,
to
it's not
defend.
sawed off. It broke off. It's all.
It's
if somebody got hit
jagged.
with that, you're gonna get an infection.
Dusty.
Okay. What do you find most attractive in other women?
That's a good question. Let me think about that for a sec here. These are kind of hard. Probably a sense of humor. Like someone I can like relate to, and someone I can relate to because I have a pretty good sense of humor. I like to think.
I have a follow up to this. It's a question that was later that I found, but I think it goes with this one. So.
Well, someone who has a good sense of humor, but is relatable when it comes to like, because I'm thinking of it as like attractive and like who I want to be a friend with. I mean, if we're really talking about lady crushes, I do like the ladies with big pouty lips.
Really?
I do.
Interesting. It's so funny because, like, as a man, I do not like that.
Well, you're weird about spit
No, it's more lipstick.
and lipstick
Because if it like I
and
don't,
lip gloss.
That's-
I'm not allowed to wear lip gloss, girls. It's kind of sad.
You're allowed to.
I just don't wear it around him. Like, I got excited on Friday night when I went out by myself for my adult time because I got to
now
wear my
don't
lip
make
gloss.
it like you're not allowed because I'm like, oh, you're dressing like a harlot. It's not that.
No.
I have this weird.
He has a
mental
weird thing.
I cannot explain
It's
it.
gross.
It's probably attached to some dormant memory somewhere. I like globbed like if you just have like well put together, like lined, maybe like a matte lipstick, doesn't really bug me.
There's stuff out now that does not wipe off.
I know.
And it would amaze
Why do
you.
keep talking?
I'm just saying.
But like the stuff that looks shiny and wet, and the people who
Like
like
lip gloss.
like glob it.
Like-
Oh god, it's the grossest. I like the Futurama where Bender becomes a woman. The episode's called Bend Her, and they're like, Bender, you're putting on too much, and he's putting on lipstick, and he's like, no, men like it when you really glob it on. I always like that part because
Gross.
I'm like, no, Bender, they don't.
Next
so
question,
my follow
please.
up to that one.
Oh, okay.
There's a saying that a lot of people think all women are naturally bisexual. Would you, not you personally, a little you personally, but like, what do you think about that?
I think that sexuality is a spectrum
That's what I thought you'd say.
because I think there are some people who have absolutely no interest. I do think American women were conditioned to find other women pretty because of society's
I'm not talking.
pressure.
I can look at a guy
No.
and say like, that's a handsome
Right,
man, but
but
I'm not sexually
That's
attracted
where
to
it
him.
starts because women are so sexualized. So if you think another woman is pretty, it could also be translated as you're sexually attracted to that woman. But me personally, like if 10 is lesbian and 1 is completely straight, I would probably call myself like a 4. Like I've kissed girls. I haven't done anything but that. And it was in college like a million years ago. It's actually people.
So you're every girl ever.
Right.
It was college.
We were really drunk.
so drunk. I had like 5 sangria.
But yeah, I think it's a spectrum. Simple as that.
That's a yes, gentlemen. That is a yes. If you could change one thing about men in general, what would it be? I thought this was a really good one.
That's like impossible. One thing. I can only pick one
I
thing.
could pick one thing that's in these questions.
Shh. You have to let me think. I haven't seen these at all, guys. Like I've had absolutely no
We've
preparation
been
for
so
this.
busy, like I literally just put these together.
Oh man. One thing. I don't know if I should try to go funny or serious on this one either.
Well, the funny answer is his balls.
I could care less about balls.
Do you like a well manicured ball? Like sideburns?
I'm just, I don't really have an opinion.
Racing stripes?
I mean, that'd be kind of funny.
The thing like Vanilla Ice's eyebrow?
Isn't it like a lightning bolt?
I don't know.
Is that? Oh no, that's someone else. I think.
That's Harry Potter.
I would maybe throw out there that they don't. Okay, so I'm going to go serious. I wish, and this is as a whole, this is not my personal life at all, but I wish that I could change the stereotype that like men can't have feelings, and that like I wish the stereotype of the super macho man did not exist because I think it's archaic and outdated and annoying as all hell. So that, like, that men can have emotions and it's okay to share them with your lady, especially because it would help a lot of relationships, I think.
This question's kind of confusing.
Okay. Hit me. With the question, not your theist.
Theist. What is one thing women know to be true, but men don't?
How annoying and repetitive and awful it is to keep a household stocked of toilet paper. I keep if I didn't keep track of that, we would never have toilet paper or paper towels.
I would just stop at the dollar store like every day.
It would be, you would buy a 4-pack of like the cheapest kind you could find because that's what you used to do before we moved in together.
As long as it's comfortable. I do have some standards. With my condition, that's very important. I have a stomach condition.
Oh, let's not go there.
But.
Why do you keep touching the keyboard?
I'm moving the cursor down the question so I can see where I am.
It was confusing me. I'm like, are you pausing us? I'm so confused. Okay, who's next? What's next?
Okay. What is the most accurate way to describe what it feels like to be 9 months pregnant?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's it? Jesus?
No.
A man?
That's a really good question. So basically try to, and I'm explaining this to men, right?
Yes.
Okay. Try to think about taking an 8-pound bowling, 10-pound with all the fluids, 10 to 12-pound bowling ball.
How much does the placenta weigh?
It's like 5 pounds. Yeah, it's kind of heavy. And Sydney was 8'4", so that would be about 13 pounds. Yeah, take that size of a bowling ball and shove it under your skin.
Okay.
And
done. And
put it low in your abdomen because they drop at the end. And it's just all this pressure on your pelvis and your pelvic bone. And in the very end, you feel very open.
Because it's starting to push.
Yeah, because
when the baby goes down.
Because your cervix starts to open.
Huh.
Yeah. That's the day before she was born, I was like, things feel weird.
I remember. There's a follow-up to this. This is a quick answer. There was a question. I didn't put it down because I think it's subjective. But did you feel like sense when you were pregnant? Were you just like, I think I'm pregnant?
Oh, yeah. I knew the day. I knew 2 days before I took the test. And the first day I knew, I was like, oh, I think I'm pregnant. I need to go get drunk.
What the fuck?
Remember we went to the brewery with Jen and John?
That's why Sydney's such a picky eater.
No. I was like, maybe I'm just late. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. Like, I didn't really, like,
well, I know scientifically they're a collection of about 40 cells.
It's that thing where I'm like, oh, I need to take the test, but I'm only like 1 day late right now. So I'm not going to like get my hopes up. But so I needed a distraction. And that's why I think I was like, let's go get drunk. And then the next day, it still didn't come. And that's when I drove all the way to Fort Wayne with my sister in a snowstorm to visit my brother.
Yeah.
And I knew the entire way there, and I felt really weird not telling my sister, but I didn't want to because I didn't want anyone to know till I knew.
Well, maybe I also
you knew.
Jump in here that I am not particularly a religious person. I don't believe in horoscopes. I don't believe
You're not superstitious.
Yeah, except for
pregnancy.
No, telling people news.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird. Like, the times that I've had a job interview that I've been like, it went really well and stuff. And when I was so excited that I'd like tell my dad, oh, I had a job interview. It went so I hope I get it. Never got the job.
Right.
The times where I had the interview and just went home and shut up, got the offer.
Right.
I'm superstitious about
So I didn't say anything.
Vibes.
It just, I felt weird all day.
But my personal belief on pregnancies is don't say a word to anyone besides husband and wife.
Plus, like,
till 8 weeks.
It was literally like we drove there. It wasn't snowing in Ohio, but we drove through a snowstorm.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, this is not safe.
It's a 4-hour drive.
Right. So then the next day, we were both home, working from home. So
Okay. Next
go
question.
on.
Why do women tend to say stuff they don't really mean?
I think it's because they're trying to say what they think the other person wants to hear. A lot, because women are conditioned to be people pleasers. A lot of them are. Not everyone, but
high heels. What the fuck?
they make your legs look long and skinny.
I mean, they look nice, but every time I see them, like, you see those Hollywood actresses wear those huge ones,
and they're horrible on your
and I'm
feet.
just like like, yeah, you look okay, but you're wearing a big gown. I can see them when you do that stupid red carpet pose they do where they stick their leg out.
Their foot out so they can see their expensive ass shoes.
And I'm just like, why do that to yourself? Like,
it makes you feel fancy. It makes you walk funny. It makes you walk different. I think that has a lot to do with it.
I think it makes people walk like they're about to fall over.
It's an attitude. You're talking about me?
No. A lot of people, you see them on heels and they're like, oh.
I wore my little tiny, maybe 3-inch boot heels. I hadn't worn them in forever. And I felt myself walking. I was like sashaying.
Sachet?
Yes.
You know what's funny when you say the word sachet? I never think of a woman. I always think of you know what's funny is I always think of season 2 of Project Runway. Where the winners are doing, or not the winners, the finalists are doing, they're like having champagne and there's a runway and they're like, let's have a walk off. And I picture the dudes. That's how I picture
RuPaul
sachet.
Is who I picture. Okay, next question
is why? Now this is not you.
Okay.
You may have in the past.
Okay.
Why do women seem to gravitate towards the bad boy?
Oh, I totally did.
You always see the meme of like, oh, he's got 12 kids, owes $4,000 in child support, has a criminal record.
Well, I didn't go after that guy.
And then the picture is like a cat that's like sprawled out. Anyway, like, why are women attracted to that? I should say, like, when you know the dude is ready built for failure.
Right.
Now, let me jump in and say,
okay,
before you answer, I do understand, like, the whole thing, like, why do women love assholes? I get that. That's the whole, like, that's the evolutionary need to have a man protect you.
Right.
I'm not saying it in any, like, anti-feminist way. I'm saying I get why that happens. But as for, like, the bad boy who's, like, where the rest of us go, what the fuck? That guy? Why?
Limited options? Low self-esteem? I'm trying to think of other reasons. Just sometimes if you've kind of had a really shitty breakup, you go after guys you know you're not going to hang around with very long. Just for like a quick fix. You're like, they're cute. And that outweighs their complete train wreck of a person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So they're just sowing their oats, as you would say, spreading their seed. Well, the women don't have seeds. Yeah.
You have the plant.
Right.
No.
I don't.
You have the soil?
Anyway.
That's a good answer. It's funny enough, like, it's kind of the same for dudes.
Right.
Next question. This is a big question. This is my one thing I'd change about women.
Okay.
Why have you not yet realized that men do not pick up on subtle hints?
Okay, so this has a lot to do with, because I know that happens a lot in long-term relationships, and it is a thing where women will feel that at this point in a relationship, 5, 10, 15 years down into things, they should know the woman well enough to just know these things. Like, it's the same things over and over again.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No? Okay.
You're defining a pattern.
Okay.
I'm saying something like, you're dating a girl and it's her birthday, and you don't get her the necklace she wanted. And the guy goes, you never told me. And then she'd say something like, well, I left a catalog out and I said something at a store about it.
Well, she's just being high maintenance, in my opinion.
No.
Like, no, seriously.
I'm not talking about that particular situation. I'm talking things like that.
Well, it's because women, they like to pretend that they have guys that know them really well.
We don't.
But they don't. So they try to be like, well, I don't want to out and out tell him because that ruins the surprise and the feeling that he knows me. So I'm going to try this other approach of leaving little notes or like clues for a gift. But like even when they're like arguing, I see where you're going with this. Let me talk.
You didn't pick up the subtle hint that I was trying to finish my sentence.
Well, I'm supposed to be the one answering the questions here.
But I mean, also not just gifts, but also in terms of like, when a lady is mad about something and tried to like tell it, give us subtle hints on what it is, and was like, we don't know.
So it's probably in that instance, I would say they've thought about it so much and dwelled on it and like stewed about it probably for like a few days already. While he is completely clueless, I know. but that makes them feel like, since it's in the forefront of their mind the entire time, they can't wrap their head around that the man has no idea what's going on or why she's up. It's that thing. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I'll admit it.
Yeah, I do not pick up on subtle hits.
Most guys don't.
And what's funny is, like, in my profession, I'm in graphic design and advertising. Is there a stink bug?
Yeah, it's by my foot.
We live in Ohio. There's stink bugs everywhere.
Yes. They have come out with the warm weather.
Vamp a little bit.
Hi. What, in Wayne's World, don't they make Garth do that and he freaks out? It's right by my foot. Is that it?
Move your foot.
Right there. I'm like a ninja. I see them all the time. I think I caught a whiff, too. They smell.
They smell like cloves.
They stink. They don't smell like cloves.
I hate cloves.
They don't smell like cloves. Anyway, yes, women need to just be more direct. That's one of my favorite pieces of advice to dole out, because it is true. And it's hard to be direct, though, when you're upset about something, because you don't want to come off as nagging. You don't want to be constantly instigating a fight. So they try to drop hints to get the guy to go, whoa, she's kind of pissed. I should check in with her and see how she's feeling. That is exactly why it happens in an argument type of situation.
Can I nip that in the bud? Mm-hmm. Say it right when he does it.
That's not always possible, though.
I'm just saying.
That's a good approach.
Because
I agree.
You're not really bad at it, bad about it, but like some of my past train wrecks, like there's shit like weeks later.
Right. I don't do that.
That I was like, okay, A, I don't know what you're talking about, and B, why didn't you say anything? And C, what the fuck?
Right.
Anyway, next question.
Okay.
Do you really expect an honest answer to, does this make me look fat?
No. Like, any woman who does is stupid. Because, right, like...
Follow-up question.
Okay.
Why do girls ask if they look okay when you know there is only one correct answer?
It's just that whole confidence thing. They just want a pat on the back. They're fishing for a compliment. It's as simple as that. And I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. It's nice to know that your fellow thinks you look nice.
Next follow-up. When fishing for compliments, I knew that was... does it feel just as good knowing that you fished for the compliment, got exactly what you wanted, and that the guy probably just said what you expected?
It's not just guys. We do it with our girlfriends, too.
No, but I'm saying like...
it's not... It can transcend a relationship situation.
Oh, okay. True. Interesting.
Yeah.
But like... You fished for the compliment that you wanted, and they gave it to you because they knew it's what you wanted. Probably because your friends pick up on subtle hints because they're ladies.
Exactly.
But like, does the compliment feel just as gratifying, even though you know you fished for it?
I think it does, because you always like to hear from your fella or your lady if you're in a same-sex relationship. It's always nice to hear that they appreciate the way they like the way you look. As stupid, I mean, as what's the word? Superficial as it is, that's usually the first thing that attracts you to another human being. And it's good to know that you still are attractive to them. Even if you have to go, do I look okay? Like, am I overdressed? Do I need to change my shoes? Baby, you look great. That's all they need to hear.
Even though you know we said that just to shut you up.
As long as it's delivered with a little bit of sincerity, which you, sir, on a personal level, could work on.
I know that I could personally work on my cynicism.
Yeah, you're pretty bad about that.
I am. Everything in life's a joke to me.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a tragic... if you've ever watched or read or watched the movie The Watchmen or the comic book The Watchmen, there's a character in it called the Comedian, and the joke is, like, everything's a joke because the world is so fucked up.
Which is sort of true right now.
That's my mental cynicism is because of that. Like, the shit I've been through and all that. So, like, yeah. I'm working on it.
Okay, next question. We got so downer for a minute.
The toilet seat. What the fuck? Do you want me to just pee on it?
No.
Why do I have to do all the toilet work?
Because if it gets left up at that last pee that you pee before bed, and then the girl wakes up in the middle of the night and has to pee and goes in the bathroom but doesn't turn the light on, she's trying not to wake up all the way, and the toilet seat is up, her ass will touch the dirty toilet bowl water. And that's cold.
Why not
and
put
gross.
the seat down?
What?
Like, just reach up, put it down.
Because it's also germs. You should always close your toilet lid completely because that shit flies 5 to 10 feet from the toilet bowl every time you flush. Boom. Don't leave it up because you're throwing pee and feces everywhere.
Fecal coliform is
Yeah. So that's the real reason. I'm a strict toilet seat down all the time girl because of the germs, nothing else, really.
Don't get me wrong. I'm well trained and keep it down. But
plus, unless you're scrubbing your toilet every other day,
I do
that shit
understand the
looks
logic
gross.
of this question. Now, the way this is worded, I found online, and I thought it was funny because it says, "Do you want us to just pee on it?"
That
like,
is funny.
Some of them probably think like, "I'm not even going to put it up because I'll get in trouble," and they try to aim. And sometimes man's pee
Right.
can get a little squirrely. Women,
Right.
you don't know this. Like sometimes,
But
it's
like
just like
that goes back to always put the lid down too, to control the germage. So then you have to.
What, I'm supposed to slip my dick under the lid?
No, you lift the lid and the seat, and then you put down the lid and the seat together. You can touch both of them at once and put them back down.
But what about the germs?
Oh God!
Oh, you
wash your hands afterwards. You don't want to scrub the entire bathroom after you flush.
Time for that. I am a diligent hand washer. When you have small children, you have to do it.
When you're just a clean human being, you have to do it. Anyway, next question.
Bathroom question.
Oh jeez.
Why do women go to bathrooms in groups?
Oh, that's just the talk. More than anything.
Are you guys like firing one out and you're like, "Oh, Cindy, boy, your date looks hot."
We're not pooping.
What if you have to?
Then you don't go in a group. But most girls, if you're out in a group setting, like at a bar with friends, you're not going to have the urge to poop.
Now, that's a fundamental difference between men and women. Like
But let me finish why they go.
No, this is very quick. Out when like we would tour. By tour, I mean like week-long trip where the band would play a couple states. Like if we all went into the bathroom, like a rest area, like we'd all be pooping and just having a chat.
That's gross. Let's move along. So to recap, we go in groups to borrow each other's lip gloss, compliment each other on how we're looking if we still look nice, reapply makeup and such, and talk about whoever's not in the bathroom with us that we're out with.
This is a two-part question.
Oh, wait.
Okay, go ahead.
And
you don't have
sometimes-
to raise your hand. I'm the only
Sorry.
person here.
Sometimes if you're in like a weird city or a sketchier bar,
No, I get that.
it's like it's honestly like
that goes without saying.
Like you
I mean,
don't
in a
like if you're
comfortable-
out for like a girls' night and you're not with a group of guys, it's so you don't get cornered by a creepo.
That I understand.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole like I have to go to the bathroom.
Sorry.
Cindy, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Like,
see, I don't even do that. Like there was one Friday night, I was like, "Oh, I have to pee," and Jen's like, "Oh, I have to pee too." So we went together. It was just a coincidence. It's like someone
Don't cross the
announcing.
streams.
Well, someone announcing they have to pee reminds the other females at the table, "Oh crap, I have to pee too. We can go together."
This is a two-part question.
Okay,
Okay.
that was my share. If that got picked
Is
up.
there a female equivalent to like a man when we like adjust our nuts or scratch our balls? There's like an adjustment / relief to it. Secondly,
Okay.
is there a female equivalent to sniffing your fingers afterwards?
Ew. No. I was gonna say like boobs.
Okay, that makes
Women with
sense.
bigger boobs, like in the summer especially, boob sweat is very real. I mean, I even get it sometimes, and mine aren't even that big.
I've got a great follow-up to that.
But like adjusting your boobs, total. Especially if you're wearing like a really tight dress or a weird bra because of a weird dress or shirt or something.
Is that why in movies you see women do that thing where they hunch over and make a little frog movement?
Movies.
In movies, you always see them do that thing where they hunch over and they like hike their shirt
Oh
bra.
yeah, and you can fluff them to give you more cleavage.
Okay, hi Kitty. Our cat has joined us. It's our first guest. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So right after this, I put, are bras comfortable?
No. I mean, like, really shitty, non-supportive ones are, but that defeats the purpose of wearing one altogether. I mean, a really expensive one might be, but I have never gotten my hands on a really expensive bra because I'm me and I'm frugal. But yeah, they're not.
Okay.
It's like wearing a rubber band around your upper torso all day long. You just get used to it over time.
God, that would suck.
I mean, it's not super tight, but
I feel like you're wearing one of them tourist belt things, the money belt.
yeah, basically. And when you're breastfeeding, you literally, I felt like I had a bra on for like 6 months of my life.
You did. You slept with one on.
Or a tank top with a bra.
I'm surprised you didn't shower with it.
It was awful.
Excuse me. Sorry for burping into the mic. We have this weird setup we're doing now, so it's just because blah. Anyway.
It's fine.
Next, as a man who goes to the gym, I try to go 2 or 3 times a week. Realistically, I focus on what's called the glamour muscles, arms and legs. I should be focusing on my core, but that it's hard and it hurts. So, do women prefer arms or abs? I'm saying like you're single, woman on the go.
I don't want to answer this.
Why? Because you like abs and I have a man bod.
If we're going like super typical female, it would be both, honestly.
Yeah, because you guys just want it all.
Well, because there's pluses and minuses of both.
So you're saying I need to start doing fucking planks?
I did not say that.
I am picking up your subtle hints.
Honey, I love you just the way you are.
Oh, good. Because I'm drinking a very high-calorie beer right now, and things don't seem to be changing in the near future. Next question. Why do women say birthday, Mother's Day, all that stuff? Oh, I don't want anything. You don't have to get me flowers. You don't have to get me anything. But you really mean, yes, get me these things.
It goes back to the whole like picking up on cues. Like, and they also don't want to seem like needy. Maybe they don't want a big fuss made, even though they do. It's that whole thing with they don't want to like have to out and out say it, which I know is so dumb.
But you are out and out saying, don't do this. But it's
like, honey, I need you to buy me flowers on Mother's Day, please. Like, it kind of takes away the specialness. Like, if you really didn't want to give that woman flowers on Mother's Day, like, and she had to tell you to do it, like, what's the point? She could have went and bought herself flowers. You know?
You could easily, without saying that, just go, I'm really looking forward to Mother's Day.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
Yeah, but we would go, okay. There's a reason for that.
Okay,
then
so
we
at
would
least
know, like, okay,
I need to do
step
something.
it up.
Okay. Honey, I'm
Mother's
really
Day.
looking forward to Mother's Day. You've done a very good job.
Even before next.
Even before Sydney was born.
Oh,
I forgot to give you your
Day?
presents today. We were going to do that, so I guess
they
we're
all
not.
Come?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow.
Is there any of them I could use tonight?
No.
Okay, good. I'm like,
I don't even know what that question means.
I know. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. What question are we on, dear? Number wise.
24. Some of these are some. We've got over half an hour. We're good.
Okay.
Okay. Women tend to like cuddling. Understandable.
Okay.
Do you understand the risks?
Well, now I do. I'm pretty sure all women know that, like, there's always that chance that it will turn into something more. It's that simple.
Now, this is more, I think this is more of a woman-to-woman question. Why are women more passive-aggressive and seem to hold more grudges? Now, as an...
I don't find that...
Hang on. As an outline to this, and you have been guilty of this. As an outline to this, I have friends who, in the moment, like, I just wanted to punch him in the face. And then, like, I can go hang out with him right now, like, at this very minute, and be like, hey, dude, how's it going? And, like, shit's under the bridge and forgotten. Whereas I think women hang on to that just a little more. Like, what do you think that's all about?
I think...
Biologically, I mean, where does that come from?
I mean, it could just be a simple, like, if someone did something bad enough to you that you're hanging on to it, that you can't let that go because, like, it really bothered you to your core. And you're like, oh, I don't really think I like her anymore.
I want to say, like, I'm not talking about, like, oh, she slept with my man. Understandable. I'm saying, like, oh, 3 years ago she said she didn't like my shoes. Like, shit, like, you guys hang on to that shit.
I don't.
You've said a couple things, like, you have.
No.
Not
of any consequence that I can think of right now. Like, so obviously I'm still not hanging on to these things that you think I am. Because I can't think of anything. But let me answer for all of womankind here. I think it's just that women, men know how crazy women can be. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's simple.
No,
don't lie. It's okay. Like, women are crazy bitches sometimes. And when you get burned enough times and, like, really with bad shit with them, the little things can just really set you off and you just hang on to them. I don't know. I just don't know. It's like kind of like I think that's shifted as I've gotten older, as in a personal.
Oh, that's true. Like, imagine high school girls.
Yeah, like you grow up and you realize like you gotta let shit go, and it's not that big of a deal, and you cut out those toxic people too. Maybe the person that you're constantly holding these tiny grudges on is a fucking train wreck of a person, and that's part of the reason why they're so irritating is because they're such a hot mess. They don't think about other people's feelings and such. So
next question, and I'm gonna say the question, but then I'm gonna kind of give you an example.
Okay.
Do women share their sexual exploits with friends? For instance, say husband and wife had a good doing it session, and then the next day the husband is like hanging out with a buddy or whatever, and it's just like, man, really had a good one with the wife last night. It was pretty super. She's a wonderful lady, and I'm happy to be with her. But I mean, like, we'll say like, oh man, like man, it was like porn doing it. It was so good.
Yeah.
So do women talk the same way? I know you guys say like, oh my God, we slept together. But do you guys talk the same way men do, you think?
In general, yes. The like variations, just kind of like the sexuality spectrum. I think it depends on the type of friends you have and the type of woman you are, how open or closed you are on discussing those things. I've noticed in my personal life, it's kind of gotten a little less frequent as I've gotten older but that's just because women's priorities shift. You're getting married, you're having kids. There's other stuff to talk about. But women totally talk about that. Like, definitely.
In the same graphic detail that we do?
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, I've had times, yes, when lots of alcohol is involved. Yeah. So sure, yes.
Okay. This question is a two-parter. Why does it take you so goddamn long to get ready? And if you know it takes you that long to get ready, why do you not allot that amount of time to get ready?
Poor planning on giving the time to get ready is all I can say, because I do give myself that time when I still used to go out often. Women like to look nice. We have makeup to put on. We have more clothing options to go through to decide what we're going to wear. Our hair can be unpredictable. It's just
That's a good one. Hair can be unpredictable.
It's true.
No, I'm saying
don't be condescending.
No, I'm not. I'm pointing out something that I did not think of.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry, the tone.
Pick up my subtle hint.
The tone made me think you're trying to be funny.
I have a congested nose.
Permanently. It's always congested.
I know.
He needs to go see a doctor.
I developed allergies in my fucking 30s.
It's really annoying.
It sucks.
Anyway, yeah, there's a lot more moving parts when it comes to a woman. Like a guy's like, there's some pants, there's a shirt, there's my shoes, I'm ready to go. Put on deodorant.
Right.
You know.
Well,
there's just
put on a little extra deodorant.
Right.
And then you're going to hit the dance floor. I do not hit the dance floor.
But that's me. And it's just like sometimes it's even like you got to like psych yourself up for a night out.
Yeah. Are you ever late take too long as like a power play?
I'm sure some women, yes, I'm sure. Like they just don't really care to be like, they don't want to be the first person there. So they take forever to get ready because they're like, it doesn't matter. It starts at 8. I'm not going to get there till 9:30.
/ be direct with men thing. You could totally tell him like, hey, I want to be late.
Right. That's an excellent idea. Just tell him.
Say that. And he'll be like, sweet. He'll unzip his pants and just be like, ugh.
I'll play a video game while you get ready. Right.
Okay. Why do girls say they hate girls? And in parentheses, you know that one girl that goes, oh, I only hang out with guys because girls are too much drama. What's up with that?
They're trying to be a cool girl. They're like trying to be a guy's girl who they're trying to appeal to men that they're cool and they just hang out with guys because girls are stupid and dumb and
ladies, let me give you some insight into that. Every man in that group wants to sleep with you. If that's what you're going for, sweet. But when they're your friend and your buddy, they're trying to sleep with you.
I mean, some women might.
So sorry.
And there are.
It's happening.
I mean, honestly, there could be instances where women have had nothing but bad experiences with their female friends. Honestly, that does happen. There's a lot of crazy bitches out there. But it could be that they're the crazy one.
Oh, that's always my answer to
Just
that.
venturing a guess.
I'm always like, no, they don't want to hang out with you.
I mean, I used to hang out with a lot of guys, but there's also girls. Like,
No, I'm saying,
we hung out with these guys together.
There's always that girl who's like, the one. She's one of the dudes. But, like, guess what? The guys who's like, I like you. You're one of the dudes. He wants to sleep with you.
Right.
We're very transparent. Mm-hmm. Next question.
Okay.
You can answer this one personally.
Oh, no.
Forget what it was. There it is. What really happens behind closed doors at a sorority?
Well, I didn't live in a house.
But you still went to meetings and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's secrets.
We plan dances.
Right. I mean, it's just a lot of, like, we did a lot of fundraisers and social stuff and bake sales to raise money for fun. It really isn't that sexy. I mean, we had some really great times too, like hanging out at each other's apartments since we didn't have a house. But yeah, just like, it was nice. For my short term, I wasn't in mine very long. I joined later. I was a junior,
I think. And
then I was only in for a year. It was right before I met you when I joined. And it was nice to know that like they're like-minded girls, and there wasn't a whole lot of drama in my personal experience.
Okay.
AZD, Wright State University, 2005 to 2007. I guess I could say
it's for life, dear.
It is. Even though I haven't seen or spoke to anyone in person in a long time.
Well, there was a time we were out somewhere and somebody had an AZD shirt.
Yeah.
And you were like, AZD! And they're like young people. And I remember they looked at you like, the fuck? But they really should have been
lady?
Like, fuck yeah! Look at that hot piece of Mandy.
No.
She's got AZD.
We were not like that. We're one of the oldest. We're actually a women's fraternity because it was founded before the word sorority was created. 1890 something. I can't remember. Anyway, moving on. Yep. TFJ.
This is for you. It can be one used on you or one that your friends had used on them.
Where's this going?
Best, well, by best I mean worst, pickup line or icebreaker.
I thought you were
I know. I framed that like that.
Vibrator.
Okay. Whoa, that's.
I thought that's what you were. I was like, okay, I don't know.
But like, it can be you, or it can be like a friend told you, like, oh my god, this guy. Like, what's the worst pickup line or icebreaker you've ever heard a guy say?
I don't know. I was unfortunate in my experiences. I think I intimidated guys my own age because I always got hit on by like that random weird 45-year-old man at the bars. Always.
And what was his pickup line?
I don't know. He just started trying to talk to me and buy me a drink, and then I'd have one of my guy friends. They came in handy, pretend to be my boyfriend, and escort me out quietly, sometimes out a back door of the bar because we knew the owners. But yeah, I can't answer this one, unfortunately. I can't think of anything. You put me on the spot.
Okay.
I mean, there's one. The only one I can think of is someone who they're married now, so I don't want to use them as an example.
You don't have to say their name, or will they know?
They'll totally know if they listen.
Oh, whoa. Wait, mouth the word to me?
No, I don't want to.
But, oh, you mean this line was used on this person and it worked and they're married
Well,
now.
it didn't, that exact instance didn't, like, seal the deal, but,
It's not us, is it?
no.
Yeah, my pickup line was, I'm in a band. Didn't work. I have kids and a ton of debt.
I'll just, I won't say names, but I'm going to share it. She's going to kill me if she listens. So we were out, and she was actually engaged to someone else at the time, and her now husband was like pretty persistent. He kept buying her shots, and she was wasted, so she gave them to me, which was kind of nice. And I was like, who is this creeper? And he was like, so I hear you're engaged. She's like, yeah. And he's like, well, see you around. Hope that doesn't work out for you.
Oh, that's smooth. I think I know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not really the worst one in the world, but it's the only one I can think of.
I like that.
So.
See, that's not really, that one's like, it's like a dig, but also like
a compliment.
He had the balls to do it.
Right. Well, and like,
but
hey,
also
I'm into
like
you.
not really disrespectful. It's just kind of like, okay, I'm respecting that, but
right.
Yeah, we'll see. And then
anyway.
Okay. Dates.
Okay.
Do you expect us to pay for dinner? I'm not talking about in today's modern day age.
Okay.
I asked
if
you
a man
hey,
asks,
do you want to go for a date?
Yes. If it's the first date and he is approaching you, and if he's like, I want to take you to dinner at this fancy restaurant.
Okay.
If he picks the restaurant and he pursues you, 100% yes. If it's, hey, it's like you can tell.
We should hang out sometime.
We should hang out sometime. And the girl's like, well, I don't know. Like, I've got this really cool place I like to go. Do you want to go there? Oh, yeah, sure. If I was that girl saying that, I would say, when it came time, I'd say, let me do half. Let's go Dutch. And if he goes, no, I want to take care of this. I go,
that's what I was going to say.
Okay, sure. If you're offering, take that. Like, let that fly. Yeah. It's nice to be taken care of sometimes. And I think that goes either way. Let her pay the bill sometimes.
We're into the home stretch.
Okay. We're doing good.
Why do you have so many goddamn shoes?
Because they're so cute. We need options.
I don't understand.
And I have a pair for every outfit. Next question.
Whenever people tell me, oh, the shoes are cute, I look at them and I'm like, okay.
Next question.
Okay. Why do you say that you're okay? When I say you know I'm talking about.
I know.
Why do you say you're okay, but you're not okay?
Because we don't want to seem like a hot mess.
See the answer of also subtle hints.
Right. You don't want to provide too much. You don't want to give it all away. You don't want to seem dramatic. There's all these like pressures of not wanting to seem needy or dramatic or a diva or anything else. Like, there's a lot of societal pressure to just be like cool with everything. I'm a cool girl. I'm a cool mom.
Are you okay?
I'm not a cool mom. I'm a freaking grindstone mom.
Sara is the police chief of the house.
I've balanced the coolness a little bit lately, but it's hard sometimes. Next question.
Yeah, she goes like, get your homework done, Dab.
Next question. I don't do that.
Diamonds. Why?
Because they're shiny and they're pretty, and I don't know. I like mine. I look at mine all the time, especially at Pure Bar.
What if
because the lights are like, I know, but so nice.
What if it was polished glass and you couldn't even tell a difference? Would it be the same thing?
Who cares then? If I think it's a diamond, oh well.
No. I'm saying it's polished glass. However, it looks exactly like a diamond. It shines just like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Do you sit there and go, ugh, but it's not a diamond?
I don't know.
I'm just asking. I don't understand diamonds.
I know. This is a loaded question because I know your opinion on them.
Yeah, I know. I'm very anti-diamond.
He is. Which is funny because there's one on my hand. I didn't know he felt this way until way after.
Because I picked up the subtle hint that you like diamonds.
I mean, it's just what you're supposed to get at that time. I didn't know any better. You could have educated me.
I am personally anti-diamond.
Could have given me a sapphire. It's my birthstone.
There is a basically slave labor trade that, just in case people don't know.
People know Blood Diamond was a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I know, but you got to know your history for more than just movies. And the value of diamonds is artificially inflated by diamond companies. Like, you're buying a rock.
Okay, old man Holdsberry, next question.
This is a good one. Do girls masturbate just as much as guys do?
It depends on the girl. That's my honest, woman opinion. When I was single, probably.
Oh, I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the same for men.
Yeah. So, next.
Good answer. I thought of this question.
Okay.
Okay, you know how dudes talk about poo and farts and stuff? The women talk about poo and farts when it's just you and your friends.
No, I mean, No.
'Cause
I
like
mean,
this-
I personally have a couple friends who, yes, they always have talked about those
just
things.
that thing of like, sometimes guys are like, dude, earlier today, biggest turd ever.
No, I don't think so. As a
I mean,
whole,
it's like regular with us. Not me and you. I mean, friends.
right? Yeah, no, we don't really. I mean, you tell me. I don't really tell you.
You're like, that's nice, dear. Oh shit! I guess I should have put this one earlier.
It's okay.
Okay, what is the best pickup line or icebreaker? You're in a bar. You're not married because I died because I drowned underneath the weight of my massive amount of money and debt. And my final words were, "Be happy, find a man." And you're at a bar and you're like, all right, fine. You're like Meredith Grey.
Like pickup line, like opening line. Is that what we're talking?
No, I'm talking like pickup
opening
line / icebreaker. Like, what's the best way for a woman to be approached?
Hi. I noticed you were here alone. I don't know. I never did that, so I don't have a lot of insight on.
What would you want to hear? That's what I'm saying.
Well, I would probably be, if this is really me, honest to God, I would probably take a book with me to the bar because I don't know why. Something to do. So maybe if they asked me what I was reading or complimented my glasses, I don't know. I'm not good at these pickup ones. I wasn't picked up very much. I don't have a lot of experience with that. Sorry, I'm not helping.
Okay. I really should have reordered these because these last two are kind of like,
It's okay.
Chest hair, yay or nay?
I feel like non-chest haired men are kind of those like metrosexual guys. So if you're a girl who likes those guys, you probably say, no, I don't like body hair. Ew, gross. I don't really have an opinion. Like, yours doesn't bother me.
How about medium?
That's kind of where you are. You don't have a whole lot, so it's kind of nice. So maybe
just wait.
Like if there's a super hairy chested man, like that could get a little scratchy.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, he
R.I.P.
was really, really hairy. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's supposed to be there, so just let it ride.
Last question.
Okay.
Two-parter.
Okay.
How common are push-up bras / padded bras?
Depends on how big your boobs are. Because the smaller your boobs, the more, like, help you want a lot of the times. I mean, I like a little padding because I don't want my nippies showing.
Okay.
That's my personal take.
I mean, I don't mean padding like that. I mean padding like...
Enhancing.
Enhances.
For a long time, they were really popular. I feel like they've kind of tapered off a bit. They still exist, though.
Follow-up question. Do you guys realize we know we
Yes.
don't care?
It's just basically to look a certain way that has been drilled into our brains to try and look.
All right, Gloria Steinem, chill out.
Is that the end of the list?
Yep.
That was a horrible ending question.
I know. I
That was so bad.
You want me to ask you them?
Do you have any like burning
one?
questions that you personally want to know that I can?
No,
that you
a lot of them
didn't-
were in
you
there.
put them in. Okay, cool.
Let me try to think of one. Does it just get your juices flowing when I play my guitar? I'm kidding.
Well, I married you, so I do enjoy a man who can play an instrument well, and not his penis.
I said, what kind of instrument? I don't know. I don't really have anything else.
Okay, I have a couple other things for us to talk about tonight if we want to move on from the questions.
Well, we have 15 minutes, and I still need to export and upload.
We can wrap it up. We can do this. So first off, we do want to throw out there if anyone has any questions
Yes.
about relationships, parenting, life in general.
Or questions you want to know about women.
Right. Or men. Like either one. We'll give it to you straight. Just give us a ring. No. Give us an email. Send us an email, perhaps. He said, she said PC at gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at he said, she said PC or on Facebook, he said, she said podcast. Please like us and subscribe on iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher, Podbean, or YouTube for discreet at work listening. New episodes typically post Sunday evenings. However, next Sunday we're going to take a hiatus for Luke. Will be traveling to visit his brother in Alabama.
Alabama.
You gonna go to Greenbow? Is that even a real city?
I do not know.
You have to look that up. Anyway, so super fast, I would like to touch on two things. First, I finished my Pure Barre Challenge. Go me. I had a horrible cold the last week of it. I got 20 classes in 31 days. I have not been there since Friday, and I'm okay with it. So my muscles are quite toned in my arms. I'm liking that. My other thing I wanted to talk about really quick was a show I binged last week when I was sick.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Love on Netflix. I watched the first season last year or something. I don't know. Gillian Jacobs from Community and what's the guy's name? Paul Rust, maybe? It's produced by Judd Apatow. It's a really awesome show. 30-minute episodes. Seasons 1 and 2 are available on Netflix. It's kind of awkward, but that's what makes it feel real and makes it pretty sweet. So it's just all about their like stumbling through life in relationships in their late 20s, early 30s. So yeah, and the girl's kind of a train wreck, so that makes it fun. So yeah, that's what I'm binging. And I finished that and just started another one called Easy, also a Netflix original. And I don't even know how to explain it, so just look it up. Do it.
I shouldn't be. I lost it. It was going to be a funny joke, but I said the wrong word.
Oh, I'm also listening to S-Town, the new This American Life produced podcast.
So when you're done with this one.
Oh my God. It's I've only listened to like almost all the first episode and I'm already hooked. It's amazing. Check it out after you listen to ours.
And I have downloaded the audiobook for It by Stephen King.
For your drive.
That's for my drive to Alabama. So
Yeah.
I've got like 20 hours to cover. So.
Oh, and the preview for that movie came out this week, and it looks so scary. Ooh.
Pleasantly.
Sorry.
They all float, Sarah.
It's so scary.
You want a balloon?
Can't do it.
Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. I don't know what we're going to call this episode because I wasn't paying attention.
We're going to call it Woman Code Revealed.
Oh, that's so boring.
All right. Woman Code. XXX.
No.
Woman Code. Unclipped.
Unclipped.
Like a bra. Like you snap it at the end of the day.
Released. Unleashed.
Woman Code. Unleashed. Fine.
No, that's dumb. Just make it the same as last week's, but with woman. Because we're always second. I'm kidding.
No, it's because we found that article. It was fun. And
then I was
said,
like,
we should do that for women.
Well, I thought it would be fun. I think I had a good time. We sped through a little, but
Damn right you did. Yeah, because Walking Dead starts in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I still have to export and upload. So I hope you all enjoyed hearing both sides of the story.
have a great week.
2 weeks, because I'll be in Alabama.
Have a great 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.